So we'll start by, you can state your name and where you got your name from.
My name is Mary Elizabeth Vincent. My maiden name is Boyce, and I was named after my mother.
Oh.
Mary Elizabeth was after my mother.
Yeah. And so where did you get the nickname Betty? You go by Betty now?
I go by Betty, yeah. I always have.
Just,
yeah.
okay. And so where were you born?
Elkhorn, Nevada.
Wow, you came a long way.
Yeah. I didn't live there very long. We moved to Washington, D.C. and lived there 4 years. Then we moved to Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay. And why were you guys moving around so much?
I don't know.
Just because?
Well, my mother she was a single mother with 2 little girls, and she was offered a job. Oh. So that's why we moved here.
Tell me about growing up, your life as a child growing up.
Oh, I had a lot of fun. I was good in school. I was good in sports. Let's see what else. Mother taught us, how to cook. She was a single mother. How to cook and sew and like that. Mm-hmm. So.
Did you have any siblings?
Do I have any siblings? I had 4 sons. Oh, you mean siblings?
Yeah.
1 sister. 1 sister. She was 2 years older than me.
Were you guys close?
No, we were opposites day and night. So, but we got along okay. But I was A student in school. She was a D. I mean, she barely passed. So.
What was your favorite memory growing up? Like, what is one thing that you remember that you'll always love?
Going camping.
Really? Tell me about the camping trips, where you guys went, and what that was like.
Well, we just every summer, of course, my mother worked, but there were different organizations that would take girls to camp, and my sister and I got to go all the time. So that was fun. And Mother, she was fine. She took good care of us, and she was a good cook. Yeah.
So did you guys go out in the woods, just like made your tent and went out in the woods?
We went to campgrounds.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we were usually with the scouts.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And so, what is your most vivid memory of your mother?
She was beautiful. She was very pretty. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she was a good mother, and she worked hard. She was a single mother supporting us 2 girls. And so.
Tell me about your life as a single mother once you grew up.
What my life was going, it was fine. My sister and I had lots of friends. There were no, of course we didn't have boyfriends till we were older. Mm-hmm. But my mother had a boyfriend, but he wasn't around very much, because Mother was busy.
Yeah.
So that's about. I was good in school. I made A's, and I joined any kind of club, and I was very athletic. Hmm. I played basketball, you name it. I played baseball, track. I was a triple jumper. So.
Did you go to college?
No. As soon as I graduated from high school, I got a job. And then when I was 17, we moved to L.A. And we lived there for my 3 oldest boys were born in L.A., 1 in Seattle.
Oh.
So.
Interesting. So, did you ever have, were you ever married or had a long relationship? What was your romantic life like?
I stayed with the kid's dad for 10 years.
Wow.
And then I divorced him because he was a womanizer. And after a couple of years, I met this guy and married him, but it didn't work out. So I had the marriage annulled. And I was single after that. With four
fun.
little boys, I had my hands full.
How old were you when you had your first?
First baby, 23.
And what was that like when you found out?
Well, I was excited. Yeah. But I had all boys, and every time I had one, I wanted a girl so bad. But I got a granddaughter,
Oh.
so, yeah.
What are your sons' names?
Bob, Dick, Scott, and Russ. But Bob, who's the oldest, died of cancer when he was 21.
Oh.
So,
What kind of cancer?
lungs. I don't know what you can blame it on. But
And so you said you have a granddaughter. Were you close with your grandparents?
Well, I was with my mother. You know, I didn't really know my grandparents. But my mother lived, when we moved from Phoenix to L.A., my mother moved, that's why I moved. And then when I moved to Seattle, my mother moved up here too.
Okay. So you initially made the move to Seattle to
Yeah.
here, and then she kind of followed you.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
offered a good job up here, so
What were you doing
I'm
work-wise?
an accountant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Have you always wanted to be that, or?
No, it came natural for me, figure. So in school, they, arranged it to where I could take all the different accounting classes and math classes, so I would know it. So, yeah.
Do you still stay in touch with your sister?
Huh?
Do you stay in touch with your sister?
My sister's dead, but I did until she died. Yeah.
When did she pass away?
Oh, gosh. 10 years ago.
Okay.
And my oldest boy died 2 years ago. So I still have 3 boys. So
And so you came to Edmonds. How old were you when you came here?
well, I moved to Ballard first. We moved to Ballard. Well, I had 3 boys. The kid's dad was in the Navy, and this was his home. That's why we moved up here. Yeah, so I don't remember how old I was. What? Probably 35. So.
What do you like, or do you like Seattle, like Washington, more than the other places you've lived?
I hated it first, but now I love it. Phoenix wasn't great, it was so hot. And of course LA was all right, but I wasn't that fond of it, but I like Seattle. So,
What do you like most? What's your most memorable event that you've had up here?
up here, oh, the snow. I never had snow, and I played in the snow and like that. And I love the water, and I love to take a boat ride, And
So you guys moved around a lot, you and your mom and your sister?
well, we moved from Washington, D.C. to Phoenix, and then Mother and I moved to L.A., and then I moved up here, and I've been here ever since. Yeah, 3 of my boys were born in L.A., but my youngest was born here.
Was it hard moving around a lot as
Yeah, I
a
hated it,
younger
yeah.
girl?
I loved Phoenix. The weather was hot, but it was good. Yeah, I didn't like L.A. at all, but I do like Seattle.
Do you guys celebrate any holidays during the winter time?
Me and the kids always get together. Yeah, and always on their birthdays, and yeah, we're very close. So I don't know why, how come, but we are. But I was a single mother for a long time, and the kids were real good. As soon as they could get paper routes, they got them and helped out. They were good kids.
That's good.
So one of mine is a school teacher, one's a financial advisor for the University of Washington, and one's a minister. And of course, I told you my oldest son died of cancer. Yeah.
So, are you close with your grandchildren?
Oh yeah, especially Dawn, my first grandchild. She, even though she's 30 years old now, we're still very close. Yeah.
That's good. What's your favorite memory with her?
Pardon?
Your favorite memory with her, with Dawn?
Oh, going hiking. She loved to hike, and I did too. We'd pack a lunch, and every weekend she'd want to go. Of course, I didn't because I worked, yeah. But we went a lot, yeah.
So you've always stayed really active?
Always, and I'm still active, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I played basketball in high school. So, yeah, I've always been real active.
Did you ever get teased as a girl playing sports in high school?
What?
Get teased for being a girl playing sports, or
No,
how was that?
it was fine because there was a lot of them playing back then. Yeah, no.
So what was your favorite thing to do with your friends?
Oh, I belonged to a birthday club, and we met once a month, and we did for years and years and years, and I loved doing that. And then camping. So a couple of friends that would, and their kids would go with me and my kids. Yeah.
Did you have a best friend?
Yeah, her name was Nellie.
Is she still with us, or did she?
No, she died. Oh, everybody has. I don't know how come I'm still.
Don't say that. Let's see. So, where did you go to school? You started moving during your high school
No,
years?
I went to Phoenix Union High School. Graduated from there.
Okay.
So, and I didn't go to college.
Did you go to the school dances
Huh?
Did you go to the school dances and stuff like that?
No, I didn't go to the dance. I didn't like dancing. I was in sports. I played basketball and volleyball, track. I was a triple jumper. So,
Wow. Do you have a highlight in a basketball game? Is there a particular game that you remember? No. So what would you say your proudest achievement in school would be?
getting through school, working my way through high school. I mean, and I was a good student. I studied hard. And I've always held down a real good job. I didn't, take accounting, and they didn't have it in high school back then, but I learned accounting on a job.
Oh, wow. So do you still practice any of your family traditions, or do you have any?
Oh, yeah, we get together all the time. We just off for every birthday and every holiday. We've always done that, and we still do.
Do you have any, besides a holiday, do you guys have a reunion or big dinners occasionally?
Well, on their anniversaries, something like that we do. Yeah, but we get together all the time. I mean, it's just, even though I'm here, the kids are over every weekend, and we go out to dinner or do things, So,
Fun.
yeah, I got real good kids. They're not kids anymore. But they're nice young men.
And so, what was your first husband's name?
Robert Reginald.
Not a fun guy to think about.
Well, the name was it, and my first boy was named after him.
Okay.
So Robert, yeah.
What was it like at first with Robert?
Oh, it was fine. It was a good. It started out as a good marriage, but he was a womanizer, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
He was in the Navy, and and I didn't. It was a lot of my fault too. I didn't get to know him real well. Yet I knew his family, and his family was so nice. They were Christians, so I just figured he was pretty good. But I got fooled. And that's all right, though. We had a good life, the kids and I.
Yeah. How did you guys meet?
At church. Yeah.
So you're a Christian?
Yes.
So how was the memories of Christmas? Did you guys always get the tree and?
Oh, yeah, we have a lot of fun at Christmas, yeah. Yes. And we get together on their birthdays and, all special things. We go to one of the boys' houses and, so.
Where was your first home as by yourself, away from your mom?
In Phoenix. We moved to Phoenix. She had an apartment, and I got an apartment in the same building where she was. Yeah.
Okay.
So
How was that? The little taste of independence.
I loved it. Yeah. And I had a good job. I worked for Hearst newspaper, and I was still active in sports, and so. I love to go to basketball games and football games and all. So, yeah.
So, what's the most important lesson that you hope that your kids learn from you, or that you could pass on to other kids who see this?
Well, be honest, one, and work hard. Yeah, which I did. And I worked up until the time I came in here. Yeah. Learning how to raise a family. I raised the boys. And not run their dad down. And so that's about, I had a good life, in other words. I worked hard, and we had a lot of fun, the kids and I. We went camping every summer. Anytime there was a circus in town or anything in town, we'd go. I'd save up for it, So we did a lot. We did everything together. So.
Do you have any regrets looking back?
No.
Good.
No, I had a good life.
Were there any hard times that you had to go through with your family? And what was that like?
Well, yeah, 4 boys, It wasn't too many, though. There wasn't really any real hard times, no. Because as soon as they were old enough, like 12, they got paper routes, and as soon as they could get a different job, they would have a job. And they were really good boys. And they still are. Just great kids.
Good. I was gonna say, so with you see the youth today, my generation, about us. Do you see a really big difference between how you were when you were my age?
I don't think so.
No.
I really don't. I mean, of course, I was very independent, and I had a lot of fun and went to sports, I did everything just like my kids have done.
Mm-hmm. What kind of books do you read?
I am not a reader.
No.
I do read the Bible and I do Bible study.
Mm-hmm.
But if I read a book, it's a mystery. And so, but I love to work crossword puzzles. So,
Do you have a favorite verse in the Bible?
oh, I think, come unto me, all you who are weary and burdened, I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. But I couldn't tell you where it is.
Mm-hmm. I'm like that. So has religion always been a really big part of your life?
What?
Has religion always been a really big part of your life?
Husband?
Has religion been...
How's my life been?
How has religion, has being a Christian...
Yeah, from the time, my grandmother lived with my mother and us kids, and my grandmother was a Christian. Mm-hmm. So right off the bat, we went to Sunday school, and yeah. And my one son is a minister.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, the kids are really, they always going to church, so.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't make them, but we went, and they were always involved, and so.
What was the most mischievous thing that you did as a youth?
You really want? Took money out of my mother's purse. Silly change, a nickel or a dime, And then I'd feel so bad I'd tell her. So.
What was it for? Did you want to get
buy an ice cream cone.
Yeah.
So she started putting change in a thing, and so when the ice cream man would come by, she'd go get the money out for our ice cream. Yeah.
So do you remember any of the slang that you used, what you and your friends used when you were...
What?
Slang words?
No. I never swore, no.
No.
Neither did my friends. So, and my kids don't. So, it paid off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first date?
No, I don't. I was trying to think. It's funny, the other day, who my first boyfriend, and I can't even remember that. I know his name was Johnny. That's all I remember. So.
Is there any specific dates with a boy that you remember?
I think it was him. His name was Johnny Sargent. He was a real nice young man, And that was in Phoenix when I was only 17. So naturally, when I left Phoenix, I forgot all about it. Yeah.
Did you and your friends like to go to the beach or to the lake a lot during the summer?
Well, we went to the swimming pools. In Phoenix, you didn't have beaches to go to.
Okay.
But we went to the swimming pools all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we worked there, and helped out in the locker rooms, hanging clothes, things like that. Then we got into this pool. We didn't have to pay to go to the swimming pool. Yeah.
That's cool. So you've always worked ever since you could?
Yeah. Before I even, I babysat, So yeah, I've always worked. Until 5 months ago, I just quit work, before the Christmas. Mm-hmm. So, but I had, like I said, I had 4 boys, and the kid's dad took off, And so I had a good job, but I did extra books on the side to make ends meet. But and as soon as the kids were old enough, they got paper routes. So we had a good time. Yeah.
Is it strange to you not working anymore?
No, I love it. Isn't that awful? Worked all my life, and now I just love doing nothing. So, but anyway. And I still feel good, and I'm still active, even though I'm my 86. Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so I still bowl. I've always been a bowler, and I still bowl. And when the boys all played in sports, I would always go to their games, and I still do. They come and get me. So I can't drive anymore. I broke this leg in 3 places. So up here. And so the doctor says it's too dangerous. If I'd have to put my foot on the brake real fast, I could lose my leg. So, yeah.
How did you break it?
Here, there was a lump in the rug by that elevator over there. And I was with my one son, and there were several people, but I came up beside him, and here was this big lump in the rug, and I fell. I halfway fell, and he grabbed me, but sure destroyed my leg. But I survived.
Yeah.
So.
Had you broken anything else in your younger years?
Broke my arm once. That's all.
How did you do that?
Fell.
Oops.
Yeah. So that was stupid. But anyway, they just took the cast off last week. It's the only time I ever broke my arm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Made it a long way without breaking.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been my body's in good shape. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to do here?
Here?
Yeah. Is there activities? I see they have the exercise.
I like their crossword puzzle. Yeah, I like that. And I like the exercise time, too. Yeah. And they play bingo, which I like, and what else do they play? Well, a couple of games that I play. Most of the time I stay up in my room in the morning because I like the game shows. But then I come down for lunch and I stay down.
So going back to Edmonds and Seattle and whatnot, do you remember just seeing it develop and change throughout the years?
Oh, yeah.
So tell me about that.
Well, of course, when we moved to Ballard, there was nothing up here. And we kids used to like to go for rides, and we'd come up this way, and we kind of watched it develop. But we lived in Ballard. They all went to Ballard High School and the University of Washington. So, and I liked living in Ballard. But we moved up here. Kid's dad was in the Navy. Well, anyway, that's all in the past. But the kids all did graduate from college. So,
Where did they all go to the University of Washington?
Yes. Well, except for Scott. Scott is a minister, and he went to the Bible college.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So, but the others all went to the University. Yeah.
So can you tell me about what Sundays meant to your family? Was it church?
Being together, doing things together. And me cooking their favorite food. They all, I try to fix things that they really love.
What was your favorite dish?
Chili.
Chili?
And I think it's most of my kids. You get out of here, you little brat. Oh, she's been there.
Not very long.
I'll give you a bad time.
Well, is there anything else that you'd like to end this with? Just